Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to reports from France, Liverpool have been offered the chance to sign Paul Pogba this summer. Mino Raiola has made Liverpool aware that Pogba could be signed this summer. Liverpool have indicated to Mino Raiola that they're not interested in getting Pogba this summer, but may go in for him in January. PSG have opened talks with Paul Pogba's representatives over the potential move this summer. PSG are willing to offer 45 million for Pogba. Not so long ago, Pogba was discussing the personal terms with PSG. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. Paul Pogba sets decision date. He said Paul Pogba won't make a decision on his future until next summer. Now, it said yesterday that Paul Pogba has reportedly told his Man United teammates that he's made his decision whether he's staying at Manchester United or signing for PSG. He told the Man United squad that he's waiting to finalise details with Man United. Man United stars are working very hard to persuade Pogba to stay. So yeah, Paul Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next year, because last season we triggered that 1 year extension on his contract. Pogba has rejected a new contract at Man United. It said last week that Pogba rejected a new 50 million contract offer at Man United, so reflecting on that, he's set to leave this summer. Sky Sports said that Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. Solskjaer gave us an update on Pogba's contract situation not so long ago. He said Man United is still in talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Mino Raiola has obviously been desperate to get Pogba out of the football club. He did a lot of talking last season. He made an announcement back in December last year regarding Pogba. He says Pogba's career at Man United is over. He said he's unhappy and he has to leave, and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. But Pogba's had a long-running transfer saga, hasn't he? You know, he's obviously now been linked with Liverpool. PSG are obviously linked with him. Real Madrid have been linked with him. His former club Juventus have been in for him. He did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Barcelona have been in for him, and Inter Milan have been in for him before. Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. At one point last season, he was out with a thigh injury. Pogba's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. But if we are to let Pogba go in this summer transfer window, we've got to get a good, adequate replacement for him. Now, according to widespread reports in Spain, Saul Niguez has a gentleman's agreement in place with Atletico Madrid, which means he could be coming to Manchester United or Liverpool. We've identified Saul Niguez as a potential replacement for Paul Pogba. We believe Atletico Madrid would accept 50 million for Niguez. Man United are exploring a move for Niguez. I think Saul Niguez is interested in making a move to the Premier League. He's basically said he wants a new challenge. Mundo Deportivo said the other week that Man United were in advanced talks with Saul Niguez's agent. But it said Man United were the front runners to sign him. Not so long ago, Solskjaer called Niguez, so reflecting on that fueled speculation. Niguez has been at Atletico Madrid 13 years, so he's been a long-serving player. Obviously, he came up their academy. He has been at Atletico Madrid since 2008. He's got a 128 million release clause. He's got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2026, because back in 2017 he signed a 9-year contract. He can be deployed as a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. But there has been quite a few midfielders on our agenda. I'm hearing that Eduardo Camavinga is now our top target from Rennes. Reports came out last week saying that we was in for Ruben Neves. It says Man United were leading Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves, and it says Wolves were willing to sell him for £35 million. I heard Declan Rice is interested in making a move to Man United. We're also in for Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich. Man United have to now sell some players to finance more incomings. Man United are enjoying a very good summer transfer window, because Solskjaer is getting the players he wants to recommend in. And it is about time Solskjaer got the backing he deserves, because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. So far we have made 3 signings in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Aston Villa. We also brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho last week, and we've also brought Raphael Varane in. Raphael Varane is going to be flying to Manchester later on this week. Varane's medical at Man United has been delayed by quarantine restrictions. So I think he'll be having his medical next week. Varane, I think, has said his goodbyes to his Real Madrid teammates. Solskjaer has spent over 100 million in this summer transfer window so far. Like I said to you in my last video, Solskjaer confirms more signings are coming, so Man United are not finished in this transfer window yet. But Solskjaer did say that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window. The players I think should leave Man United in this summer transfer window. I think we should definitely loan Williams out, offload Tellez, offload Jones. Looks like we're not going to be offloading Jones now though, because I think he's going to be keeping that number 4 shirt. Jones hasn't played for us since January. I think we're also should offload Delors. We've agreed to let Axel Tuanzebe go out on loan. I heard Newcastle are interested in him. We need to offload Andres Pereira. We need to offload Matic, but it looks like Matic is going to be remaining at Man United for next season. I think we've got to definitely offload Jesse Lingard. We've got to definitely offload Donny van der Beek. I think we need to offload Anthony Martial. Looks like Anthony Martial is going to be remaining at Manchester United though for next season. I think we also need to offload Juan Mata, but I think Juan Mata is going to be staying with us because quite a few weeks ago Juan Mata extended his contract with Man United until June 2022. And I said we need to offload De Gea because I reckon he's now had his years at Manchester United, but I think De Gea is going to be staying for the next season. But there's a lot of players that are going to stay at Manchester United, and I reckon there's quite a few players that have got long-term futures at the club. Dean Henderson, he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Henderson did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season, plus Henderson has got that experience behind him. He enjoyed 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, Henderson signed a 6-year contract with the club. So I think Henderson's going to be staying at Man United. I think De Gea is a good goalkeeper, despite the amount of mistakes he's made in the last couple of years. Like I mentioned not so long ago, I think he's going to be staying with us for next season. Tom Eaton, obviously he's going to stay with us. Only just come, hasn't he? He's done well in pre-season though, Tom Eaton. Did well against Brentford yesterday in that 2-2 draw in that pre-season friendly. He was vocal again, and that was Tom Eaton's first Old Trafford appearance for Man United since 2007. Luke Shaw will obviously stay at Manchester United. I think we'll probably get Luke Shaw a new contract. Fabrizio Romano mentioned not so long ago that was in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. Shaw just has under 2 years left on his current contract. But Shaw was our best player last season. He still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Tellez. And I reckon he's had a good career at Man United. Despite the amount of injuries he's sustained, he's been with us over 7 years. I thought Shaw did very well for England during the tournament. Harry Maguire, obviously, he'll stay at Manchester United. Harry Maguire's had some good games at Man United, he's had some bad games. He did well for England during the tournament. He was a big miss for us towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. I think we'll get the best out of Harry Maguire now because obviously Varane is going to be playing alongside him, and what a centre-back partnership that is. We overpaid for Harry Maguire though. We got him in a deal worth 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Eric Bailly, I reckon he's going to stay with us despite the arrival of Varane, but it's saying that Bailly's future is in doubt, and now he has got concerns. I'd keep Bailly as a backup, so obviously if Varane or Harry Maguire get injured, then obviously Bailly is available as a backup. Towards the end of last season, Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. There's an option of a further year. Lindelof, I reckon he's going to stay with us for next season. I'd sell him in this summer transfer window now, following the arrival of Varane. But I don't think we're going to. But I've got my concerns about Lindelof because he's always been a static player. He's too predictable and he makes too many mistakes at the back. We got Lindelof from Benfica for 31 million back in 2017. So Lindelof has now been with us, over 4 years. Jones could be staying now, which I'm disappointed about. And Wan-Bissaka, he'll obviously be staying at Manchester United. He's one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's always been superb, but he's got to show more attacking intent. To Bissaka's credit, though, in that 2-2 draw against Brentford, he showed some good attacking intent, got in some good positions. Obviously assisted Anthony Elanga's opening goal. Good cross into the box. And Wan-Bissaka at times can cross the ball well. We got Bissaka for 50 million from Palace back in the summer of 2019. Fred will stay with us for next season. I don't think Fred's good enough to represent Man United. I've got my concerns about him. He's been subjected to transfer speculation before. We certainly overpaid for Fred. We got him in a deal worth 52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. McTominay, he'll also stay at the club as well. I don't know how long for. I think McTominay is a decent player. I certainly prefer him to Fred. But McTominay is not yet on that level where I want him to be at. Can he emulate to that level? McTominay has been part of the club for a long time. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a new 5-year contract with Man United. Like I said, Matic looks like now he's going to be staying with us. Donny van der Beek, he could be staying with us as well for next season because it recently said Donny van der Beek is set to snub interest from Germany, France and Italy to stay at Man United. But Donny van der Beek has played nowhere near as much as I expected. Most of Donny van der Beek's appearances have come from the bench at Man United. He's only enjoyed 1 season at the club. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is going to be staying with us. Bruno Fernandes is one of our best players and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games he's been very consistent, but there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace. We have overplayed him. Fernandes has been with us now over a year and a half. Don't forget he won Player of the Year last season, and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. Fabrizio Romano said a few weeks ago that Man United are looking at a new contract for Bruno Fernandes. Said towards the end of last season that we're willing to double Bruno Fernandes' wages to £200,000 a week. Fernandes' current contract expires in 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Bruno Fernandes predominantly plays as a number 10. Greenwood's obviously going to stay with us. Greenwood's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. Despite him going a long period without scoring, Greenwood made his senior debut in 2019 and he's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time. And last season Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract. Rashford's obviously going to be staying with us, but he's got to improve next season because Rashford's endured bad periods and he's become injury prone at Man United. As you all know, he's out till October with a shoulder injury, because don't forget Rashford decided to undergo surgery on his shoulder. We need to keep Rashford out on that left hand side because that's where he seems to be more effective. Mata looks like obviously he's staying with us for next season. Quite a few weeks ago now, Juan Mata extended his contract with Man United until June 2022. I think we should offload him though in this summer transfer window because Juan Mata lost his place in the team. Plus he's ageing up and he's lost that yard of pace, but I reckon he's had a good career at Man United. He's been with us over 7 years now. We got him for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014. The first part of last season he rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Edison Cavani, obviously we know he's staying with us for next season, which is good news from Man United perspective because Cavani has made an impact since he's come in. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.